I'm Diana Falzone, and this is 4for4. Seventh Heaven pastor dad Stephen Collins is at the center of a child molestation scandal. Chris, fill us in on the latest.
Well, apparently he was audio recorded secretly by his wife, where he admitted to exposing himself to young girls and maybe even having one of them touch her. Now, his lawyer is saying that that audio tape has been used in the past to blackmail him for millions of dollars, but he hasn't gone so far as to deny anything that's in that audio tape.
I think, as with the Bryan Singer allegations, the most upsetting thing here is how much access these people in Hollywood have to young children that are entrusted to these people on the set. And I think it will make a lot of people look at the types of protections that are in place, especially on sets involving children.
Yes. You're absolutely right. He was America's favorite TV dad. I mean, this is extremely shocking.
Says you,
to me,
growing pains all the way.
He
Mr.
was my
C,
favorite
Happy
family
Days.
valued show.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah,
he was,
that's true.
He was a TV dad. He was my favorite TV dad.
Right.
But since this all came out, he has stepped down from the SAG-AFTRA board. And he's been removed from his role in Ted 2.
Yeah, if Ruthie's sexy photos didn't do it, this is definitely tarnished the image.
At this point, we still don't know what's happening. It's only 2 days old in the press, and there's been no formal charges. So we'll have to keep watching this. Jennifer Lawrence says if you looked at one of her hacked nude photos, you committed a sex crime. Gabrielle, is that going too far?
I think it is a crime, even though as a journalist I felt like I could have had the right to look at the photos because I was reporting on it. I decided not to because I think it perpetuates the invasiveness and what it does to these women. She was clearly a victim in this case.
I don't know if it's a crime if you look at it on a Google search, but I have to say when I was doing research on it as well, I did see a couple of them, and I did feel dirty. I felt like this is something I shouldn't be looking at, and she seemed so upset in that Vanity Fair article that I felt terrible.
You know what? I loved her comments in the Vanity Fair article. If you haven't seen them, Google them. They are amazing, and she comes across as an empowered, strong woman and no longer the victim.
And you know what I love? An A-lister is now the poster child for this terrible kind of hacking and sexual violation. And finally, non-celebrity women have somebody to stand up there and say, we will no longer take this, and she's taking legal action. So laws might even get changed faster, and that's the power of celebrity. Amanda Bynes says she's engaged to a 19-year-old bait shop worker and is transferring to Columbia University. Carley, what the heck is she talking about?
I have no idea what's going on. I find it a little hard to believe. Whatever comes out of Amanda Bynes' mouth, I find hard to believe.
Wouldn't want to marry Amanda Bynes,
and you know, I have to be honest though, if she is transferring to Columbia, this is going to be a long-distance relationship, though.
No.
I don't think there are any bait and tackle shop workers or shops in Manhattan.
No, she was photographed with several younger-looking guys a couple days ago, any one of whom could have been said bait shop worker. So this relationship could be real, but unfortunately it looks like she is having mental issues as she was before.
Disturbingly, she said she wants to have children immediately with this 19-year-old. First of all, don't have kids with a 19-year-old. Second of all, don't have kids if you're Amanda Bynes. But she made these comments about how she only wants boys, wouldn't want a gorgeous girl around, and I think that's pretty disturbing.
She's going back to how she was behaving before her parents took over. She's looking disheveled, she's doing odd things with her makeup, she's doing odd tweets. So we can say that she's in distress and that she needs help. Finally, Bruce Jenner was photographed looking more like a Brenda. Chris, do you think he's got gender identity issues?
I have issues with his hair just because I'm quite jealous of it. If I had a shoulder-length mane, I'd be doing the exact same thing, but I'd probably do it in a more manly way.
Right.
I loved his look. Props with that blowout. I think I want to bring that Farrah Fawcett thing back that he's rocking.
You do it, girl.
There's nothing wrong with transitioning if he actually were transitioning, but I think we all know the Kardashians, and if that were the case, there would be a show in the making called Gender Identity Issues.
You don't think they've had conversations with Seacrest about this?
Please.
I'm sure.
Someone would be making money off of this, please.
I like Bruce Jenner. I think he's the most stable of all of the Kardashian-Jenner clan, honestly, and he gets a bad rap. But you do need a makeover. That's what we think. Tell us what you think on Twitter and use the hashtag 444.